Yo, what's up, guys? What y'all up to today?
What's up, Chris?
So I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet, but if you go to Bitcoin Private, see if I can get my computer to actually catch up here. If you go to Bitcoin Private's website, Bitcoin Private.
Yeah, what's happening?
All right, I think it's btcprivate.org, right?
Are you listed?
And then you hit then you hit to pools. So let's see if we can find pools.
I see it.
You see it? You see what I'm talking about already? My computer's slower. All right, and then we are in the verified pools, hash it mining. We have made it. Yo,
Nice.
8 of 10. Welcome. 8 of 10. I'm glad you're here because I need to talk to you. But we have made it. We have made it to the Bitcoin private pool. So finally getting some recognition there. I've been talking to Ted. We are looking to try to get into that sponsorship pool, but there are some requirements for it, and we don't meet it just yet. But that's a huge gain for us to be on this list here. But unfortunately, right now we have nobody hashing there, and it's very much understandable because we don't have enough hashing power to really get it off the ground. And we really need to. I think we need to bring a collective group together to really like get it off the ground, right? So if we could bring in like 100K solutions per second, just bombard it. I think we could definitely be able to start pulling consistent blocks, and then not only that, but then having consistent payouts as well. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah. Oh,
It will
man.
grow. It will grow for sure.
Yeah,
People will.
I agree.
Everything is growing. And I see the Discord here. Now we have people on the chat, the voice chat, and before it was, like no one was here, and now there's people. So I think we are going to the right direction, and we will see in few months and few years how it will grow. It will be fun.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a huge win for us today. The other win, well,
Is the dip of Bitcoin.
the dip of Bitcoin. Oh man,
Buy the dip.
buy the dip. Yeah, I mean that's, if you can, buy the dip. Not financial
Yeah,
advice,
sure.
but hey, if you can, yeah, of course, buy the dip. Let's see. So guys, I'm here to answer any questions you guys have as far as mining goes. If your rigs aren't working out the way you thought they would, or you got some overclocking issues, whatever, man, I'm here to help. Just figured I'd open it up. I believe it was Endo who really sparked this, maybe even Dylan, who were like, hey, can we get some like live chat, live back and forth to kind of figure this stuff out? And so here I am, guys. So
Okay.
ask away if you guys got any questions on mining, or I mean anything in particular.
I'm good.
You're good? Are you
Yeah,
mining?
I'm good. Sorry?
Are you mining?
No, I'm not. Not right now because I have just one gaming rig, But
Okay. You have one gaming rig with what, one GPU?
yeah, only one, yeah.
So
But
why
it's,
not? So why not mine?
Yeah, it will be good, but I'm not very interesting by this right now.
Okay.
I prefer to buy crypto cheaper,
Buy it
and
cheaper.
hold for the long run. Cheap, yeah. My English is not perfect. I'm from Belgium, so.
No. Your English is just fine. And I'm gonna warn you guys. My wife is gonna come home soon, which means my dogs are gonna bark, which means I'm gonna push the mute button. So.
Yeah, sure.
But
Have a good evening.
But no, if you have a gaming computer right now, and I know you're saying you like to buy it on the cheap, but honestly, by mining it, you are buying it on the cheap. You're just you're not paying those fees for buying it, right? So if you went to like Coinbase,
But
I don't know.
sure, it will be great. It will be cool to join the pool, you know? Yeah, why not?
Well, I'm not even saying, I'm not even just here to promote the pool, but I'm also here to promote
No, but
just mining in general. And so even if you're not on our pool, if there's a coin in particular that you like, that's mineable coin, I mean, it'd be good for you to just go ahead and jump onto that coin. But if
yeah, but can you really mining with only one GPU? It's, you know.
yes, you can. What kind of GPU do you have?
1080 Ti.
Bro, why are you not mining? Why are you not mining? You could be making like $4 a day. Come on, man.
Right? Wow.
I mean, really, it's super simple to set up. Almost any coin. And hey, chat, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just helping this guy out. But yeah, I think it's very much possible for you to be mining a coin and be making quite a bit of profit.
Okay.
So let's see if we can answer some questions over here in chat. Kenta asks, best way to set up a mine without a hard drive would probably be SMOS, so Simple Mining Operating System. That's probably the best way, or one of the ways that you can use it. You just have to have a USB, a little flash drive. 16 gigs, I think, is the most that you need. You can get a little bit bigger. They're not that expensive. And you can plug that in, or you can plug that into a working computer, load SMOS, and then plug that straight into your mining rig, and it will connect VPN-wise through their software. They do charge like a 2% service fee. So that's one way, preferably with, I guess I should have read your second line, preferably with Ubuntu. I'm not too sure. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Let's see. Ryan Stock asks, are you guys mining Bitcoin private? Yes, I am mining Bitcoin private currently. What are you mining at the moment? I'm mining Bitcoin private at the moment. Mainly the reason why I'm mining Bitcoin private is, one, because we have the pool, right? And there's other aspects of Bitcoin private that we're, maybe looking to jump into. Like I said, we want to get in this spot. We want to get right here into this sponsorship section. So the way we can do that is build up a bank, basically, and then be able to donate and really promote our pool, get our pool to be one of the top there. Because right now, Son of a Tech is at the top, and all right, sorry, I think they're done. So we want to get into that pool and be able to really contribute there. So that's one of the reasons why I'm mining Bitcoin private. Let's see what other questions we got here. Where's the best place to start? I'm just really getting started with this. Okay, so the best place to start is the Bitcoin pub in the mining section here. Going through all of this here, you can look and see what the best coin, or what the best setups are, the coins, how to get things set up, things like that. That would be the best place to start. And then once you're there and you start to have questions, start posting up questions. I answer questions there all the time. So that would be my advice to you on where to get started. Let's see. Try to get a few more people. Yep, try to get a few more people into the pool. The difficulty really sucks at the moment. The difficulty for what? For Bitcoin private? Difficulty is not too bad on Bitcoin private. The thing I like about it right now also is that the network hash rate is really low. So we're able to actually able to get going on it. Let's see. Sorry it's taking me so long. I'm trying to get through all you guys' questions, and I read really slow. So, I have a 480. What would that net me if I joined your pool? 480 on here. You probably, it's hard for me to say right now. One of the reasons why it's hard for me to say right now is because there is no price right now for Bitcoin private. There's only, I think, 2 exchanges actually trading it. I think it's Trade Satoshi and Qcoin. Those are the only 2 exchanges that are trading it right now. So there's not really good data to tell you how much money you can make on the pool right now. I could tell you in general though, a 480 I think is about $1.50 a day right now after electricity. I think. How many GPUs would you recommend to start with? I recommend you start with 1 and build more. What's the best card to mine Bitcoin private? NVIDIA cards are the best card to mine Bitcoin private, whether it's a NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti all the way down to even a 1060, even 1050s if you got enough of them. Let's see. Where do you exchange the BTCP? Like I said, there's no real exchanges right now. I think there's only 2, which is the Qcoin, KU coin, and then there's the Trade Satoshi's site. And I haven't used either one of them. I haven't even tried to exchange mine out. I'm just gathering right now, right? I'm just prepping, getting ready. Are RX 570s worthwhile? Yes. They are still worthwhile for the 570s, even the 480s are still worthwhile right now. Okay, so one person here says that they got the GTX 745. I would say that that's probably outdated. Do I need a different GPU? Yeah, I would recommend getting a different GPU if you're looking to mine. That's just my recommendation there. Do you look just, wait, did you just look your dog straight in the face and point at your headphones being like, what the fuck, bro, I'm busy. Actually, no, the dogs are like in another room, and I have 2 dogs. So I have a black lab and I have a Dachshund. So you can only imagine the amount of barking that goes on with the Dachshund. Let's see. $4 a day with a 1080 Ti mining what? So what I like to use is when I'm looking for like dollar amounts, right? When I'm looking for dollar amounts, I usually go to NiceHash. Okay, because the reason why is most of the people who are mining and just now getting into it, I think NiceHash is a great starter level for people, just so they can get to like see some profits coming in, and it's Bitcoin profits. It's not, you know, some altcoin. It's actual Bitcoin profits. So I don't know if you follow along here, but if you go to NiceHash and you scroll down to the bottom, they have a profitability calculator. You can go to the 1080 Ti. You can put in your electrical rate. I think most people are around 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Hit calculate and it will tell you where you are. Ugh. Okay, I was way off. It's $1.36 right now for a 1080 Ti. Man, that's heartbreaking because it was way up there before. Let's see what to mine is. Mining right now is actually pretty slow. We are still turning a profit, but the profit is very, very low. Let's see what mine says about the 1080. So 1080 Bitcoin Gold is on the top of the list at $1.53 a day, and then like I said, NiceHash, they'll usually fall right up here. They're at about $1.47 a day. That's so depressing. It used to be so much more for a 1080 Ti, but it is what it is. And mining is going to have those ups and downs, right? Just like Bitcoin, it's going to have ups and downs. There's going to be times when it's really profitable, and there's going to be times when it's not so profitable. But it's still profitable. I mean, $1.45 or 47 is still profit. Let's see. Ryan says he'll join the pool. How many BTC privates will I net a month? So right now, if you join the pool, you're not going to earn anything in a month because nobody's mining. What we're hoping, what we're hoping is we're hoping that we actually can bring in enough people that we can sustain about 100,000 solutions per second, and that's what we need to at least about one block a day. So one block pays out about, well, you can see here we've had one block and it's paid out $1 or 1.56 Bitcoin private. So that gets split up based on how much work you do. And again, since there's not really a dollar amount to Bitcoin private yet, I can't give you a dollar amount associated with it. I know that the other people on the pool, I don't know if she'll show it. No, it won't still show it. I know the other people on the pool, because I had actually purchased NiceHash hashing power so that we can be up to the 100,000 solutions. I actually purchased the mining power, so I ended up with a majority of the shares because I had the majority of the shares approved. But I think a lot of people, I think most people, Wordo, I think you were on there. I think you got about 0.002 maybe, something like that. Dylan said he got 0.008. Yo, you ballin', dude. I heard it's about $250 on those other exchanges. Justin says he already bought some Bitcoin private. I mean, it's not bad. Wordo 0.002. Yeah, I mean, that's what for one block in a day. That it's not very much worth it. But we're hoping to get more. And the more we get, the more people we get in there, the more blocks we're gonna win. And because we're such a small pool right now, those payouts are a lot more. So keep that in mind also. Those payouts are going to be a lot more because it's a smaller pool. And even if we're only pooling, 2 to 3 blocks a day or 4 blocks a day, to get 4 blocks a day, we're probably looking at about 200,000 solutions per second. I mean, that's what it's going to take for us to get to that. But do I believe we can get there? Yes. How are we going to get there? With the help of the miners, the help of the people in the Bitcoin pub, and getting our name. This was step one. Get your name on a major website. Get your name here so that when people look at this, they go, oh, okay, what pools can I use to mine Bitcoin private? Oh, I can scroll down here and I can see which pools I can mine from. Now, we want to be one of the first because that's typically where people start, right? But right now we're almost near the bottom. At least we're not in the unverified. At least we're in the verified. Let's see. Alexander says I'm mining with 11080, 11070, and 11050 Ti on NiceHash, and I've seen a drastic loss lately. 2 questions. Is there something else I can try to mine? Yes. You can try to mine the other coins based on what to mine is asking. So if we went to what to mine and then we started entering in your rig, basically, so 11070 and a 1050 Ti, and we put that in to calculate, and let's just see what to mine says. So right now Bitcoin Gold, then NiceHash, then Zcash, and like I said, right now it's slim pickings. I mean, it's low. Profitability is low. I'm not gonna lie. Can you help me set up my overclock settings and undervolting? Yes, I can, Alexander. Yours would be real tricky though, because you have the 3 different GPUs. You have 3 different GPUs, and so when you need to download your MSI Afterburner, okay, you're gonna have 3 different settings for each of those, or you're gonna have one setting for each of those. What I would suggest is you start with your memory clock. Start with adding 100 to your memory clock and going until it fails. So start hashing, right? Start up NiceHash, start hashing, and start increasing it by 100 until the lights flicker, basically, and you all of a sudden drop to 0 hash power, and then that's you've gone too far, right? So then you're going to start backing it down by about 50. So that's what I would do. And then once you got that, right? Once you got that, do the same thing to your core clock, but this time do it by 50. Do it in 50 increments, okay? Plus 50 increments until you hit, until it does the same thing, until it knocks off. And it may even pause your computer. You may have to restart your computer, but remember what those settings are. And then once you've done that, start backing off your voltage. And I would back your voltage off by about 5 each time until you start to see your hashing power go way down. So the nice thing about undervolting or underpowering your GPUs is the heat from your GPUs goes down also. So again, I always set my fans at 85% or lower, but it will keep your GPUs about, you want to keep it around that 70 degrees Celsius. But if you need help with it, I'm more than happy to help you. Just shoot me a DM on the Bitcoin pub, ImaginaryPi, and I'll be more than happy to help you troubleshoot that. How do I join the pool, and are there any requirements? There are no requirements. How do you join the pool? Go to hashitmining.com, click on Get Started. There's 2 different ways you can join the pool. You can join using AIO Miner, and if you check out some other videos I've done in the past, you can see how you set up AIO Miner. I did an interview with the guy who developed AIO Miner, and we are already on AIO Miner's auto settings. So all you've got to do really is get your wallet address, and that's it. You just got to get your wallet address, put your wallet address in there, and he will, it's all automatic, and you'll connect to the pub's Bitcoin private mining pool. It's really that easy. If you have troubles with it, again, shoot me a DM on Bitcoin Pub, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. You love Justin loves hard mining. It's so sexy, yeah. Once you start, it's like a tattoo, right? Once you start, you just keep wanting more. So I have a huge solar system. You have a solar system? Like a little ball? Kind of like Men in Black? I know what you mean though. Which produces more power than I currently use. Could mining be profitable for me? How much power are you talking about? When you're mining, you're using a lot of power. If I did a quick calculation here, let's say you had 1200 watts that you were powering for an hour, right? For 24 hours, and then divided by 1,000, you're about 28 kilowatt hours. Or no, you're at 1.2 kilowatt hours. So I don't know how much solar power you're getting, but you have to keep that in mind. I know there was some talk on the Bitcoin Pub on PSUs and power strips lately, backup power. I have a backup power to this computer, and I can tell you when I started to overclock this, it started drawing more power from my power supply and my backup battery, and my backup battery went crazy. So it's a lot of power. Are you doing live streams more often? I do them when I can. I would love to do them more often. It's more of being able to bring new content. And if this is something that everyone likes and wants me to do on a regular basis, I'm more than happy to do it. Can't do it as often as Peter, but I could probably do it, once or twice a week, something like that, especially if the demand is there. Do you have a guide on Claymore or a guide on AIO Miner? Looks like you're having problems installing AIO Miner. Send me a message afterwards and I can help you out with that. Do you recommend against using NiceHash Miner on PC with one GPU? Is it trustworthy? That NiceHash Miner is trustworthy, in my opinion, definitely. even with one GPU. Like I said, right, or like we looked up, it's about $1.40 a day, but that's $1.40 a day, right? I mean, what else are you going to do with that GPU while you're not playing video games? It's an expensive GPU. You know, use it for something. $1 something a day? I mean, that's a Coke. Maybe 2 Cokes, depending on where you are. Let's see here. What's the website you are on? Hashit URL. Just do hashitmining.com. Yeah, you can kill your UPS with a fully mined rig. Yep. At least a good UPS will alarm you of the overload. Exactly. Do you know about electronium simulation mining? So electronium is doing the cell phone mining, right? Take your cell phone, right? This is the 10. See, it's the 10. Even though Peter bashed it so much, you know, while we were watching Apple present it, he bashed it so much. But yeah, electronium cell phone mining. I think it's a great idea, but I just don't see people being like, oh, let me just take my old cell phone and start mining on it, and then you have like all these, you know, cell phones around your house, and people are like, what are you doing? I mean, you guys know when you talk on one of these, it gets hot. They don't have a fan. There's no ventilation in this thing. These things get like fire in your pocket. I mean, there was, which one was it? The Samsung Note 4 or something used to catch people's pockets on fire. I mean, geez, there's no way I would trust that. But it's a good concept. Let's see. Live streams are cool, but better on the weekends. So weekends would be hard for me. Weekends, I'm typically, Friday nights would be okay, and Sunday nights I could do that, but Saturday nights, no bueno. That's me and the missus night. That's when we watch a movie, catch up on movies. We have 2 kids, so we try to catch up on movies that night and TV shows. So Bitdefender says that's a virus. It's not a virus, Ryan. Most of the mining programs will be knocked into oblivion by Windows Defender. You'll have to allow Windows Defender to let it through. It's I promise you, it's not a virus. You can even watch the video that I did, the live stream I did with Bobby with AIO Miner. He went in and he basically told us why he's doing this program. There's no fees. There's no developer fees for AIO Miner. So if you use BMiner I think has like a 2% dev fee. So AIO Miner has no fees, and Bobby has said that it will stay that way. Despite what the team members want, it's going to stay as a 0% dev fee. So feel free, go ahead and let Windows Defender, you know, tell it to calm down, right? And then install it. Yeah, listen to Dylan. Dylan's right. It's a lie, Ryan. Dylan, you're in here too, aren't you? Yeah. Why can't I hear anyone? This is a problem if I can't hear anyone on Discord. Just give me a minute. Let me see if I can fix everyone. Let me close my Discord down and bring you back.
I think everyone was quiet.
Oh, bit native, I can hear you now. Alright, let's see what other questions we got in here. Can I set up Claymore Miner? Yes, you can set up Claymore Miner to mine on the pool. If you're using AMD cards, I think you did say you were using an AMD. You can set up Claymore, and I think I posted that somewhere. I think it's in the Bitcoin private mining pool section. Just trying to see if I can find it. I know I think I helped Shogun do it. No. I don't remember who I helped do it. Maybe it was Cret. Wasn't Cret. Yeah, I think it was Shogun. But anyways, if you're having problems getting it set up, just let me know. I will shoot you a DM, or you shoot me a DM, and I will tell you the batch file and all that, what you need to do to set that up. Oh. Let's see. Friday night sounds good, but that's my gaming night. That's my night where I play PUBG. Found some website that says you will get a nano if you allow them to use your PC. Do they mine XMR on the background? Who are you talking about? I wouldn't trust them. Just 'cause there's probably like some like stipulation, like you gotta mine like 3,000 hours before you get a nano. Just buy a nano. As in you're already mining XMR. How do you figure, Dylan? Dylan, you're in the chat. How do you figure? Man, I can't hear you. You need to... I'll turn you up all the way.
Oh, okay, I had myself muted there for some stupid reason again. But it's just everything's mining Monero at this point. Like, next thing you know, your Xbox is going to be mining it, which I was told it's already mining something at this point. So, like...
Well, my Xbox has been acting up, so I believe you on that one. You guys don't know it, but, you know, Peter's already put it in the Bitcoin Pub. You guys are mining Monero on Bitcoin Pub. I'm just kidding. Where can I find the seed generator for BTC Private?
Nice.
The seed generator? You mean like a wallet? To get a wallet? Go to Bitcoin or go to btcprivate.org. Click on wallets, and depending on what you're running, you can use it from here. So they have two different wallets, right? They have the full node wallet, and then they have the Electroneum wallet. Electroneum wallet, it doesn't come with a node, so it won't sync to the network. So you don't. It doesn't run as a node. It's just purely it's just a desktop wallet. Antivirus can detect XMR scripts, right? I saw an article about some programs that will detect XMR if somebody's mining using your computer. So that is definitely something that is out there. I got my ad blocker and antivirus in place, yeah.
So your full node wallet, did you have a bootstrap for that?
No. My full node wallet, I just downloaded it.
How long did it take?
Man, the last 0.5% took forever. Took longer than the rest of it. Like all those recent transactions took forever to sync, and that's the reason why the Bitcoin private pool, the mining pool that we created, that's why it took so long for us to like bring it actually online, because Ted and I were waiting for the announcement that the wallet was ready and that they had moved the coin from testnet to mainnet, right? We had waited, and then all of a sudden, you know, he goes to the bathroom or goes to lunch and comes back, and they're like, oh, by the way, we moved it to mainnet. So we were way behind. That's how we got, I wouldn't say we were way behind the ball. We weren't way behind the ball, but that's how we were behind the ball on getting it up and running and live. Ted actually found out that one guy, somehow he was the first guy to get a pool, first guy to start mining on it, so the difficulty was really low. He was able to mine like 25 Bitcoin private before the pool even before the next pool even activated. Are you guys running a full BTC node? No, we're not running a full BTC node. I saw in the pub about running one on Raspberry Pi. Think you can make a video on setting up a full node. Should we do it? So there's no benefit to setting up a full node on BTC. If you're looking to set up a node and earn money, one of them that I would suggest is maybe a Zencash secure node. Zencash has a secure node where they have a way that you can create a secure node, and you load that node with 42 Zen, and you earn 3% back. You earn 3% back on, not 3% back. You earn 3% for everything that passes through your node. So that's your fee, your node fee. And like I said, it's 40. You have to have 42 Zencash to start it. And that 42 Zencash has to stay in that wallet. Have you heard of BlueZill? No, I have not. There's some guys that said that they demonstrated using PlayStations in Neo DevCon. I can believe it. I mean, there were some people who used to. What was the thing that they did with PlayStations? I don't know if anyone of you guys in Discord remember this. There was something where they took a bunch of PlayStations, linked them all together, and I can't remember what they were doing with it, but it was weird. So yeah, I mean, if you can find a bunch of people who are willing to part ways with their old PS3 or PS4, man, I'm sure you can make some money on that. I mean, they've got graphics cards in them. I don't see why you couldn't. Let's see. Will I be able to watch the live stream on your YouTube site later? I have to help my daughter. Yes. It'll take a little while for it to load, but then you can go back and watch it. I won't take it down. Let's see. On PlayStation folding at home. The Army had them linked PS3s. Yes, that's what it was. They had them link it. That's right. It was the Army. Wordo, I see you in here, but I think you don't even have me. You have me muted on here, and your microphone is off. But Native, you got any other questions, man? I see you all the time on the Bitcoin Pub.
So I do. So if you don't mind pulling up what to mine.
Sure. It's up.
So if you look at the calculation for 1080 Ti, it ranks a lot of coins ahead of Ethereum. But if you do a 1060 or 1070, those all rank Ethereum at the top.
Alright, so I did 1080 Ti. I put one of them. Ethereum is, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's number 13 on the list. And you said if I put a 1060 in, it'll go up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's number 1. That's interesting. In fact, if you look, all of the network is saying that the Ethereum network, the Ethereum algorithm, ET hash, is the most profitable for that coin until you get to Bitcoin Gold. How much more profitable though is it? That's significantly more profitable. That's very interesting. I wouldn't have expected that from an NVIDIA card, for sure.
Yeah, I just saw that when you pulled it up earlier.
That's crazy. I wouldn't expect that at all. It's kind of shocking that the Ethereum algorithm would be better than the Equihash for an NVIDIA card. But things are weird right now. I mean, things are really weird with all of the equal hash coins. I mean, with every coin right now, I guess, also. What's your second question?
I think that was it. Yeah, the coins they're taking a beating right now.
Yeah, they are, but everything will come back. Did you that mining calculator is in the Bitcoin pub? No, this mining calculator is on whattomine.com. Bitcoin's at 9,000, Litecoin's at about $170, Dash 473. This is Monero 261. Man, just think, guys, this time, so I had, you know how Facebook will come back and say, this is the picture you posted a year ago, right? So I had that pop up on my feed last week, and it said, this is what you posted a year ago. And it was me posting a little snip of what Bitcoin was worth, and it was $1,200. And, you know, then today, or well, that last week, it was like 11,400. So it's just crazy thinking it's almost 10 times what it was a year ago. So, but weirdly enough, mining, what you were making in Bitcoin a year ago, you're making less of it in Bitcoin, but you're still making the same dollar amount. So that's pretty interesting to me in the mining world. So you make less Bitcoin, but you still make the same dollar amount. So which means that these altcoins aren't keeping up. At least the ones that people are mining. It's just a weird. There's a disconnect for me in my brain. The way my brain works, there's a disconnect there.
It's kind of cool.
I mean, it's cool in the fact that you're still making the same dollar amount. It's not cool that we're making less Bitcoin. You know, because if you're doing, like, for instance, if you're doing NiceHash, you're sitting there and you're like, well, now you're making way less on the dollar amount, but what you were making a year ago, you're making like 10x less than that. But not all the coins have almost all gone up 10x too. You know, the altcoins that you're mining, the equihash coins that you're mining, have all almost gone up 10x as well. So it's just weird. It's weird how that's all working out. Wordo says, thought about mining for quantity instead of profits now that the profits are low. Yeah, I mean, you could start looking at coins that are emerging coins instead, like Raven and Berg. Yeah, if you were here for the live stream with Bobby, the creator of AIO Miner, he's mining a chromium. Let's look at CoinPop. Let's test Peter's network here. Let's see if he's got a chromium. I think it's a chromium. I know it's AK something. Hello, wake up computer. I don't see it on here. I think it's a chromium or something like that. It's a very, very new coin, kind of like Bitcoin Private. The weird thing though about Bitcoin Private is you would think that they would have started with a higher reward amount, but the reward amount is like 1.45 or 1.75 or something like that. It's crazy how low the reward amount is, and maybe it's because it's a fork. and they not only do they give you one Bitcoin private for every Bitcoin you owned, but they also gave you one Bitcoin private for every Z Classic you owned as well. So maybe that's why they have such a low reward amount, because there's already a lot in circulation. From what I've noticed, NiceHash pays more BTC when it dips, so it ends up making much more. Yeah, it's weird. There's this weird disconnect with NiceHash, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around. You know, when Bitcoin goes way up, there's this weird time when your profits go way up, and I'm not talking dollar wise, I'm talking Bitcoin wise. You see this weird profitability jump when you would expect it to go down a little bit, because typically when Bitcoin takes this huge up, all the alts take a huge dip, right? And you as mining on NiceHash, you're mining the altcoins and then getting paid in Bitcoin. You would think you'd see the opposite. You would think you would see your profits go down, Bitcoin profits go down, but you don't. It's weird. Next time when Bitcoin takes off, goes up, look for yourselves and see. If you're mining on NiceHash, check it out. I've heard some shillings about Bitcoin green mining. I see a lot of people posting things about, you know, come join our cloud mining company. We're doing green mining. We use solar power. We use what's the other one I saw? I've seen solar powered ones. I've seen ones that are like, we bought an old Russian mine, and so it's cooler inside and it's less heat and less thermal. I'm all for you doing it yourself, okay? I probably will never promote a cloud mining company. I just really feel those are scams. And you can see another video I posted about how I feel about cloud mining. I don't want to go into it too much. I'm more or less here live so that you guys, if you guys got questions about your mining rigs, things like that I can help with. Especially for any of you guys in the Patreon, in Discord. Feel free to interrupt me anytime if you guys got any questions. I won't get mad. Prices are outrageous right now for GPUs. That's an understatement. Is it worth paying that amount? After seeing how much you can make off a 1080, I would wait. I would honestly wait to buy any GPUs, unless you're getting them for a great deal. Do you have a Raven pool going now? No, we don't have a Raven pool. We are looking at other pools that we can be competitive in. So we're looking for coins and coin in the networks where we can actually win multiple blocks with maybe 10,000 solutions per second instead of having to do 100,000. Because what we're finding out, what we've gathered from doing the Zencash pool and doing the Bitcoin private pool, is we have a lot of people who say that they're willing to join, but when they see that there's no money coming in, and trust me, I completely understand why, okay, but when they don't see the money coming in, they leave and they go back to mining what they are. And that's another reason why I say we need to schedule a collective time to jump into the Bitcoin private mining pool and really commit to it, and give us 2, 3, 4 blocks, so that we really can show that we are here to stay, and try to grow that community. We've done step 1 of getting us on the Bitcoin private mining pool webpage, so we've just got to collaborate that, and that's going to be something that I'll spearhead. That'll be something that I'll announce on the pub and say, this is what we're going to do, this is the date we're going to do it, and who's with us. And then that way we can collectively know what to expect. In the meantime, yes, Ted has already set up Bitcoin private, so pretty much his works are done there. So he's actively looking how to promote the pub's mining pool, and he's also looking at other coins that we can add, because we're not going to stop at this. We're going to keep going. Our ultimate goal is to build up enough people in this community that we can introduce an Ethereum pool, and that we can introduce, other pools, right? Zcash pool. So that's our goal. That's what we want to do. And again, guys, right now the Bitcoin private mining pool on Hashit Mining, we've got it at a 0% pool fee. We're not taking any pool fees. The fees that we are paying are either treasury fees that we have to pay, developer fees for Xenop, things like that. So we as in Ted and I, are not taking any pool fees at the moment. Alright, does XMR seem to fluctuate? Everything fluctuates. I have been mining XMR on Gaming Comp MSI. Yeah, I mean, mining everywhere is going to fluctuate. It doesn't matter the coin, especially when Bitcoin goes up and especially when Bitcoin goes down. Ideally for miners, the best time is when Bitcoin's just kind of staying pretty steady. The hardest part about processing when starts out. Wait, what is the hardest part of the process when starting out? Is it acquiring the GPUs or what? Depends on your skills as using a computer, right? Yes, it's hard to acquire GPUs, but it's harder if you don't know how to put everything together. It's easy to go to the store, buy a GPU, bring it home. The GPU shortage, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think it's going away, and what's causing it to go away is the increase in price. It's just not, well, it's a combination, right? So it's an increase in price and decrease in profitability. So search Craigslist, search eBay. I'm sure you're going to start seeing either GPUs come on there, or you're going to start seeing mining rigs. You're going to start seeing like whole mining rigs on there. Let's see, Vega and Nvidia so have good prices going on their website if you can catch an email alert. Well, that's good to know, Wordo. Vega had a 1080 Ti today. I posted on the link. That's right. Let me point that out. So Wordo, he does a great job keeping everyone up to date on when new GPUs kind of hit the market, right? And if I can find it, I will point you guys to it. Let me see here. Wordo, if you find it for me, go ahead and post it in the chat. If it doesn't let you, let me know and I will give you the wrench, and then you can do it. Where is it? There's so much stuff on here. Maybe it's this one that's looking me straight in the eye. Yeah, it's this one. Vega 1080 GPUs in stock. So here's what he's talking about right here. 3 hours ago he posted this. I wonder if it's, let's just see if it's still available. Auto notify, so you can hit that. I don't see it. I don't see a buy now. Yeah, so they're gone. But if I were you, Wordo does a great job at keeping everyone up to date on this. Go ahead and flag this one on the Bitcoin Pub. It's one that you definitely, if you're looking to start mining, it's definitely one to use, and so that you can get your GPUs. $879 for a 1080 Ti is a great price right now. Most of the prices now, I think I went to Micro Center, I checked it out, it was like $1,000 or $1,200 for a 1080 Ti. And I just thought they were crazy. There's no way I would pay that much money for a 1080 Ti, especially when the profits are $1.50 or whatever. Let's see. Vega is a good source if you're willing to buy in bundles, or eBay for the extra stuff. Yeah. I still have my skepticisms on eBay, even though eBay's been around for a long time. I still have my skepticisms when it comes to eBay. $1,400 at your Micro Center. Let's see. Micro Center. Don't look, guys. Don't look. Marietta, Georgia. GPU 1080 Ti. Ti Turbo Edition. About 1060. That's that one. Let's see if we can find a different one though. Alright, let's go most expensive. Because those are the ones we want. We want the most expensive. Trust me. 1080 Ti, out of stock. Let's see, 1080 Ti, Asus has one for $1,100. Wordo, you need this one. You need to jump on those ones. Those are much cheaper. I still want to buy it though. It's too expensive. There you go. Those are better. Let's see if we can get back into the range that you're talking here. The 879 range. Looks like that's gonna be a regular 1080 for that much. How much are the 1070s? So they stopped making 1070s, right? And they just started making 1070 Ti's. You're looking at $699. It's so expensive. So expensive. Look, check it out. You can go to Craigslist. I did this the other day. Craigslist, and then type in GPU miner. Look at all these. Look at all these people selling them. $4,600. What kind is this? What kind of GPUs are these? This guy don't even say. They're GTX somethings. I don't even know what those are. They look like MSI though. But there's people selling these things all over the place. I mean, and they're much cheaper than buying the GPUs, it seems like. Oh man. Just bought two 1080s for $820, but here in Switzerland. Simon, guys, check out Simon. Simon's build. He's the bumpy room, right? The bumpy road to a mining farm. This guy's insane. Look at, he's building his own freaking circuit boards. I mean, I know he's having somebody print them, but I mean, he's doing all these little controller things. What is this? These crazy controller things. He's insane.
Yeah, that's nice.
He's insane. You know what I mean? Look at his farm. That's my farm. Or no, that's Peter and I's. But his cable management. Look at his cable management. Whoa, wait, why'd it go away? We gotta admire his cable management. I don't think anyone has spent as much time as he has on cable management. Look at that. No way. Let's see if I know I posted pictures of our rig up here. Now, this was one part that I say is kind of bootleg. You know you're bootleg on this. Let's see. Where did I post it? I know I can find it on mine. But he's got. I mean, this is our room, right? It's all stuff's all over the place. Nobody goes in there though. Just Peter and I, except for, yeah, just Peter and I. They're the only ones that go in there. Let me show you. Where's our mining thingy? BitNative, how many miners you got?
I just have one main miner.
What are you running?
So I got 4 1070s and 3 1060s.
4 1070. And how much did you buy those when at the peak prices, or did you get those at a good price?
Oh yeah, I got them last year. Good price.
Nice.
Like 400.
And so did Peter and I. We got ours around about 460 a piece. So we did really good getting them when we did. And then right as we did, it was like everybody piled in and the prices started going through the roof.
I think they typically get wiped out at Christmas time, though, right?
Yeah, they do. Christmas time is a heavy time. It's like Christmas, and then right after Christmas, like into the new year, is when you really start to see the short, or when we really start to see the shortage, because everyone got their Christmas money, and so all the gamers want to go buy a new mining, or not a new mining rig. They want to all buy new GPUs to play the new games, and yeah.
So I've been looking at getting more cards, and I don't know, maybe looking at master nodes. I was at a meetup yesterday at an exchange we have here in Orlando, and there were some actual professional investors there. And one of the things they were talking about is how the SEC and a lot of the FUD that we're seeing is they're trying to slow down crypto in order for the big whales and the professional investors to get in after the regulations come out.
Get into mining?
No, just get into crypto.
Yeah.
Because their thing they were saying is they're not going to get in until they're protected.
Buy some stock in some insurance companies, because those insurance companies are going to start writing some crazy policies on crypto and how to insure crypto.
Yeah, but once they do, that's when it's going to go up.
Yeah, but I think it was Endo Crypto who was actually saying this the other day. You know, he kind of changed his tone a little bit today, saying, or he kind of brought down his prediction of 50,000 down to 40,000 for Bitcoin at the end of the year. But he was saying a lot of stuff about, you know, these new investors are coming in, you know, doing all the Bitcoin future stuff, trying to short it on purpose, and all this stuff, and crazy stuff. If we start getting more influx of that, it could get real volatile.
Well, I mean, from their perspective, you probably want the price to go down before you buy in big, right?
Exactly. Oh, Wordo, started my first 6-card rig last weekend. Oh, sorry, I'm getting tired. So far, just 2 1080s and a 1060. Wordo, you gotta start somewhere, bruh. Setting up for big money. Bigger money. That's true. I mean, like BitNative's saying, yeah, we are setting up for bigger money. The lower it goes, the more likely, you know, people with deep pockets are going to jump in, and then we're going to the moon.
So I think someone else already said it. They're trying to get as many coins as they can right now.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. It might have been, I can't remember who it was, but yeah, they are trying to get as many coins as they can, and get ready for that next bump up. But what coin? I mean, you guys tell me in chat. I mean, if some of you are really experienced miners, what do you think is that next coin? The next big coin to really move that's mineable? Go ahead, BitNative.
Yeah, I wish I knew that answer too. I'm looking at Bitcoin Private.
I'm banking on Bitcoin Private. Not just because we have a pool, but because it's new and it's not valued really yet. And you know, I'd probably take a different stance than Peter is on this, but I think it's a good coin.
What's Peter's stance?
I think I saw somewhere on his live stream that he was like, Bitcoin private. Well, he kind of took a different path, right? He's like, Bitcoin private. You know, he threw his typical questions at it. You know, what is it adding to the network? It's a fork of a fork. You know, so he didn't seem very, at that time, he didn't seem very supportive of it.
He's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah, of course. Of course. The only thing he's not entitled to is touching the mining rigs. That's the only thing. I know they're his, but he's not allowed to touch. I'll spend more time fixing it.
That was funny. I think he said he's allergic to Windows.
He is. He is. So I fixed one of his computers. Worked fine for me all weekend. All weekend. Worked fine. He came over to pick it up, and he broke it. Worked fine for me all week. All week. Worked fine. He came over. Yo, Wardo, I can hear you. I can hear myself through you.
I just fixed it.
So I think when Peter first started live streaming in the garage, I think he had a nice big Windows rig.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one. That's his Origin computer that he bought to play Hearthstone on. He needed two 1080s, dual 1080s to play Hearthstone. He wanted to be able to set those graphics to crazy high. But no, I fixed it. I got everything running. I don't even know if it's still running. I know it was running, and then he came over to pick it up. I showed him it, and he touched it, and it broke. And he was like, you know, forget it. And then I got it working again. And then he took it home, and then he sent me a bunch of pictures and telling me that it wasn't working again. And what's funny is the picture he sent me was a picture of him installing, I think, a mouse driver, maybe like a gaming controller, something like that. And he was like, it's frozen. He's just allergic to Windows. Windows is just not his thing. He stayed with Apple.
I was going to say, to be fair though, I find that a lot of drivers for mouses and keyboards and headsets, they typically always bug out. So like I've had bad experiences with those.
Yeah, they can, but you compound that with Peter's impatience for that computer in particular, and it's just disaster. I even asked him, I'm like, what do you want me to install on this so that I can install it and then you don't have to install anything, you just use it? And he was like, no, nothing. It still didn't work. You know, he still installed something, still broke on him. So it's just funny. That's why I always joke with him and tell him don't touch anything at the mining office, because he breaks stuff. I mean, even the first rig I built for him, he broke. I mean, literally, I'm not even kidding you guys. I built the first mining rig. Okay, it was 6 RX 480s. By the way, we got them for like $225 a piece or something like that. Built it, got it all set up, ran it for about a week in my house, and took it over to his house and plugged it in, and he hit the power button before it finished fully booting up. And then I spent another 2 hours trying to fix it. So he's a real person. Yes, Peter's a real person. He's not a robot. He's a real person. Simon, I'm really tempted to open this direct message from you, but I'm afraid of what it might contain. So any other questions you guys got for me? Some of the funny things I get from people who don't know much about mining, but they know Bitcoin. Some of the funny things I get are, how do I mine Bitcoin? and typically I just laugh. I know there's a way to mine it. I know you can buy an ASIC S9 if you can find one. But I always laugh when people are like, "Oh, I want to build my own mining rig and I want to mine Bitcoin." And I said, "Well, you can use NiceHash. I mean, if you just care about Bitcoin, but you know, you can't really directly mine Bitcoin with a GPU miner. It's ran its course. There's no longer the time." So that's one thing that if you're new to the mining world, don't think that you're going to be mining Bitcoin with GPUs. You're going to have to get an ASIC. And I would tell you, who was it? Is it this post here? No, it's not this one. This one right here. So, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, when there were stormtroopers, right? Posted this: concerns about ordering Antminers from Bitmain. You know, and I went into it, you know, warranty, if it breaks, how long is it going to take to get back, how much money are you going to lose. And today, thanks to this guy here, BD with a bunch of zeros, I'm sure that's code for something, and it's probably inappropriate. But he basically comes in here and he talks about how he's been trying to get his ASIC, his Antminer, fixed, and he sent it back, tried to get it fixed, and they told him he's got to wire them money. So he goes to the bank, tries to wire them money, things aren't working out. Who knows if he'll even get his rig back? And that's just a huge headache that I don't think anyone really wants to deal with. So that's one of my concerns with ASICs. It's just that it's the warranty. I can tell you that one of the mining rigs in the office, the power supply went dead. So it's a Corsair. I've contacted Corsair. I've gotten the hold of their support. I've talked to their support. We got our claim approved, and I sent them the PSU, and I'm still waiting to get it back. That particular one is out of stock, and so they're like, well, it's going to take 30 days or something like that. And so it's taken quite a while to actually get it back. We still haven't gotten it back. I think I sent it at the end of January, and we still haven't gotten the power supply back. I've been told it's supposed to have been shipped on the 5th of March. I was told previously it was shipped on the 26th of February. Still haven't gotten it. So it's a little bit of a headache there, but it's less of a headache than having to deal with someone overseas that English is not their first language. I saw something about Russia built mining cars different than the norm. Where'd you see that at, Silver Crow? Simon?
Question.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys that have multiple rigs, like, do you just point your rigs at one coin, or like, how do people normally do it? Like, I have 3, and so right now I'll have like 2. I have 2 on NiceHash, and then one of them is on Bitcoin Private. Or even lately, I started putting all 3 on NiceHash, and then whatever I get in Bitcoin, I'll put it over to Binance and then try to get another altcoin. What is everybody doing, like, with multiple rigs?
So for us, we focus on the most profitable. And that's so that we can get our ROI back as fast as possible. You know, so we can get what we invested into it, so we can get that back as soon as possible. So we're always pointing it to the most profitable coin. My suggestion would be that there's different approaches, I guess. You can approach it as you're banking on, you know, you said you have 3 rigs, right? So you're banking on maybe 3 coins, right? Maybe you're mining the 3 most profitable, because they fluctuate, right? Because sometimes it's, you know, sometimes it's Zcash, and sometimes it's Zencash, and sometimes a long time ago it was Vertcoin. So you could weigh it there. My instincts is always to point all 3 at one coin, but I don't see anything wrong with kind of, is it weighing your bets a little bit?
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that. But you know, I have nothing against NiceHash. A lot of people have some weird thing against NiceHash. I really don't have anything against NiceHash. When they got hacked, I think the PR on it, and so no, I trust NiceHash. I believe that they're good people there, and are they the only ones right now that are doing this? I think there's one more. I think there's one more company that you can mine with and get paid in Bitcoin.
Yeah. I heard something too, that with the payout, I guess all the people that got hacked, they are paying them back now. And
Yes.
then in this recent one, that's when everybody started noticing that they were getting paid less on NiceHash.
Maybe. Or it could just be a coincidence. But the way you would, I would say the way you could verify that, they're not just scamming you, is simply by going to what to mine, right? Because let's say they were scamming you, they would then drop way down the list, right? They would have to. It would drop them way down the list as far as profitability goes. And so, you know, just doing a 1080 Ti, you look, and they're still at the top of the list. So, is there a connection? I don't think so. I don't think there's a connection with them paying people back out and your profitability dropping. I think the connection is purely it's purely the fact that the altcoins are going down, and so is Bitcoin. I mean, look, since we're streaming, we're below 9,000. So that's where the dip in profitability is coming from, not from them paying out the lost, the hacked Bitcoin. And I believe they got investors to really bump that back up. They're not using mined money or mined Bitcoin to pay people back.
That makes sense.
Let's see. What's the ticker for Bitcoin private? Wait, what do you mean by ticker? What's the price of it? Nobody knows.
The symbol?
Maybe they're talking about, oh, okay. Yeah, BTCP. They got real creative with it. At least it's not something crazy, right? What's the one that's weird?
Yeah.
There's one that's weird. It makes like no sense. XMR from Monero. That's one that throws me off. Let's see. Stellar is one that definitely throws me off. XLM. Cardano throws me off. Oh, EOS. EOS was doing so good for so long. I bought EOS when it was $1.80, and it was up to like $10 a couple months ago. Look at NEM. Someone
Man.
pumping them. What's crazy to me though is isn't BitConnect still like way up here, or did it go away? Maybe it was.
I was gonna say I saw a thing there the other day that if you had bought BitConnect after February 7th, you've actually made money on it.
I thought it was just completely going away after the whole thing came out that no, it's a scam. It just went away.
Man, Neo's looking good. What you buy?
I want to put that buy order in. $87. Man, I remember when Peter first got on the Neo, it was $10.
Yeah. Well, it was like at 140 is the high, right, or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, the philosophy Peter's always had is hodl, right? He's always told everybody hodl. Don't panic, just hodl. And guys, I think if you follow that, yeah, it's a great strategy. I still think we're gonna have a really rocky beginning half of the year.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of putting like so I would mine on NiceHash, and then with my Bitcoin I would go over to Binance and then just buy up like Neo or whatever, and then that way I'm not seeing money come out of my bank account. I'm just using whatever's mining.
Yeah. So like the person was saying earlier how they would rather buy than just use the GPU which they already own to mine. Now the reason why I say that you should mine, I mean if you have the GPU you should mine, is because you're basically printing money, right? If you're not looking at having to pay back that GPU, you're just printing money at that point. You're buying Bitcoin, especially if you're mining and you're earning Bitcoin. And most of us, most of us small folks, we probably buy maybe $100 a month, maybe. So take that out of your DCA. Take that out of your DCA, and even if you're making $1.50 a day, $1.50 a day over 30 days is still what, $45? I mean, that's $45. Yep. That's almost half of what you've been putting in every month if you're DCAing $100 a month. So it makes sense to just go ahead and do it. And as far as people saying, well, I'm lessening the life of my GPU. None of these GPUs have gone out on this so far, and if they do, you can claim your manufacturer warranty up to a year. They still have not written into terms and agreements on these GPUs that you're not allowed to mine on it, or that they won't honor the warranty if you mine on it. That's what I expect to happen, though. I expect that to come out. Eight of 10. Simon, I still call you 8 of 10 because I know that's you. But he says he bought Neo at $18 but sold it at $46. Yeah, if I would have known. So the other thing I find funny is people will say, first they'll say I want to mine Bitcoin, and I'll tell them not with the GPU, and then they come out and they'll say, okay, well then I want to mine Litecoin, and I say, well, again, not with the GPU, and then they come out and say, well, I want to mine Dash. I'm like, oh my god, no, not with the GPU. And they're like, well, what the fuck? What can I mine then? And I'll tell you what you can mine is Ethereum, and I'll usually show them this here, CoinMarketCap, and I'll be like, everything that has an asterisk next to it is not mineable, and Bitcoin is mineable with ASICs, and Litecoin is mineable with ASICs. So that usually discourages a lot of people very quickly, and then they're like, well, there's no point in mining, even though I've already described to them about NiceHash. So one person asked me on Tuesday. They asked me what would kill mining, and I want to see what you guys think. That you guys are here in the chat. What do you guys think would kill mining? My thing, what I think would kill mining, would be the net neutrality. The fact that we don't have the net neutrality, or the fact that net neutrality is up in the air right now. That the first phases of our freedom on the internet, at least in the U.S., is being threatened. That if this goes through, we could be heavily throttled on websites, on mining pools that don't want to pay the premium for faster connections through internet. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, that makes sense. That'll definitely bring the prices. Well, your profit will be less now because they're gonna charge more and there'll be extra fees and stuff.
For sure. I mean, if we lose net neutrality, there's no telling what would happen. Alexander asks, is there a way to tell if a coin is mineable on coin puffs? You know, I don't see that.
That'd be a good feature to add.
That's a good feature that Peter and them should add, is, you know, mineable, or some kind of note that shows the way that they can do that. I think there's a thread on the Bitcoin pub on coin puffs. I think it's like coin puffs 2.0 and all this. That would be definitely something to add in here and see if they would add that. It's a great suggestion. Everything I think is already in the works. Then Trump got in. So you think everyone's focused on? You think everyone's focused on Trump, or you think that Trump has refocused everybody? Profitability, that would kill it, definitely. Yeah. But I would say I don't think mining, if Bitcoin stays where it is, I don't think mining will ever not be profitable again. Exactly. John Wynn says internet providers could block those IP addresses, right? So if that's the start of net neutrality, right? That's the start of getting rid of net neutrality, is when those companies have the ability to block an IP address or charge extra money for you to access that IP address. So I think we're on about an hour and a half here, guys, so let's get some last minute questions and then I'm off to bed. Sorry, they had plans to shut down most of the internet for Americans. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole net neutrality thing. That's getting rid of that. And I don't know if it was really shutting it down, but it was more of throttling the speed more than anything else. I think everyone's gotten spoiled with the internet speeds, and I remember dial-up, and in fact my dad didn't even want to pay for internet, so we had
Net zero.
Net zero, yeah, we had net zero, and with that freaking banner at the top. And I remember playing StarCraft, and if you scrolled too far on the top, it would freaking minimize my whole damn screen. $4:30 in
That's
the
old
morning.
school.
Simon, you're up at 4:30 in the morning. I feel so honored that you're up at 4:30 in the morning to watch me stream.
Yeah, it's 9:30 here.
Yeah, it's 10:30 for me. It's almost my bedtime. My wife said, it is bedtime.
I'm still at work.
Oh man. You're on sick leave.
Ouch.
Are you actually sick, or are you just on sick leave because you don't want to go to work? He just puts a smiley face. Oh man.
S update. Okay.
So for those of you who actually subscribe and look forward, or maybe some of you actually look forward to me putting out videos, I'm typically trying to put out videos now every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, so look for the videos to come out every Tuesday and Thursday. That's when I typically post the video. I didn't post a video, I think it was 2 Thursdays ago, and the reason why was because I ended up going to Beaufort, South Carolina to film a Star Wars fan film. So I'll leave you guys with this, just some interesting things about me, or what I find interesting and what I want to talk about right now. But the reason why I always have these stormtroopers is I actually am a stormtrooper. I actually have a full stormtrooper outfit. I have a TK number, everything. And so we were asked, I am part of the Vader's 501st Legion, so we were asked to if we would volunteer our time to go do a Star Wars fan film. And so I did. I volunteered my time. I went and did the Star Wars fan film, and it was amazing. Trying to remember the website again. Let's see.
Are you part of the 501st group?
Yes.
That's pretty sick.
So, like I said, I have my TK number, all of that. So, let's see. I don't know why I always have a hard time spelling Odyssey. Why do I have such a hard time spelling Odyssey? So I'll show you guys this on the stream here, kind of promote it, right? So this is actually the fan film that I was part of. I was a stormtrooper in this fan film. It's being done by a 20-year-old kid at a SCAD, and a SCAD is Savannah. Why is that Savannah College of Art and Design? And this kid, this 20-year-old kid, he has already won, from what I understand, he's already won 3 student Emmy Awards. So it was super exciting to get that email that said, hey, we want you to be part of this movie. And it was amazing. We had an amazing time. I think there was 9 stormtroopers who showed up and 3 shore troopers showed up. They had special effects people from, I can't remember the movie. They had some special effects people there, and then they had I would say about 30 to 40 SCAD students doing various different things as far as costumes, makeup, sound, film, everything. Very professional kids, and very good experience. But to promote it a little bit, we should get a teaser for this on May 4th, and then we will hopefully get the full release of the movie, which it's only a 10-minute movie. We should get the full release of the movie on May 28th. So be sure to check it out when you guys get a chance. Star Wars is one of my all-time favorite movies. All the Star Wars, just about. And I love doing this. This was awesome. They actually asked for people to come back last weekend, and I was kind of disappointed I couldn't go back because I really wanted to be in more of the scenes. But you guys aren't going to be able to tell which one's me because I'm a stormtrooper. But if you look for the short one, yeah, it's probably me. I'm not.
You should have put the pub logo.
The pub logo is actually on the back of my car. When I went to Peter's house one day, he was like, "Hey, do you want a pub logo?" I was like, "Hell yeah, give me a pub logo." So it's actually on the back of my car. I'm actually waiting for someone to post like, "Hey, I saw this on the back of someone's car. Who is this?" I'm waiting for that to pop up in the pub, but it hasn't happened yet.
Nice.
Silver Crow says, May 4th, Star Wars Day. Me and Son's B-Day. Yeah. May the 4th be with you. Definitely. So guys, with that, I'm going to end this live stream. I'm so glad everyone was here to join me, and you guys, you Patreon members, thanks for joining me here in the live chat, or in the chat, and answering the and giving me some questions to answer. I'll try to make this a regular thing. I'll either make it either on a Sunday, or I'll do it maybe on a Friday night, maybe for an hour. Try to keep it at an hour. But if that's something that you guys want to see, I can definitely pop on here, answer any questions. If I can get my computer to actually play video games, maybe I'll even just play video games and answer questions as you guys have them. But again, thanks for everyone for being here, and I really appreciate everyone. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks, guys.